All right, my friends, welcome to the toy shop tonight. Going to give you guys a little bit of a different angle as I work a few things here. Got some cars I'm prepping for this week. Got this number 51 Safe Light that I'm building. This is one that had been requested, so we'll be making that. And again, I've got one over here that I'm working for you, Kyle. Actually, I think these three are all yours. The Doosan and the Thanks, Kyle, and then the Safe Light truck. So those three are all yours. And I'm making another Thanks, Kyle with this gray, with the gray rims. So we'll be building that here. This is how the Alex Bowman, number 88, Fantasy Ohio State card turned out. Just took some pictures of it, and I'll be listing that up on eBay tonight, which is Sunday. It's going in this box like that. So you can bid on that if you're interested in that. Ohio State fan, Alex Bowman fan, Hendrick Motorsports fan, you name it. Right now, I am getting ready to mount this, or the car here, this guy, in this case. So we're going to do that. And that means I got my little wire here. And I'm going to rope underneath that guy. So this is the, and I'll show this a little bit later. This is the Ricky Stenhouse number 47 Coca-Cola Zero. So we'll be strapping this guy down into this case. Just wash my hands with Dawn's soap. Make sure your hands are clean when you're handling these cars, guys. Oh. Say that every video. It's so important. I mean, unless you like smudges. I mean, if you like smudges, then don't worry about it. But, alright, why are you not looping? Come on. Loop for me. There you go. Trying to loop it around those axles. See that? And then get it nice and snug here, nice and tight. One time I was pulling on it, and I pulled the JB weld right off. So, gotta watch that. I'll have to say, if there's any advantage of these, which is the J mold, now, used to be PTC mold, if there's any advantage that you get is there's a little bit more clearance. Come on. There's a little bit more clearance around the axle for me to loop these wires around it. On the EL mold, it's tight. So that's one of the, call it, advantages of the J mold. There aren't many, that's for sure. There are not many. Alright, I'm not going to be able to do that. So loop this around here like we normally do. Come on. You don't get a good loop on it, you can't grab it. You can see how my hands are all over this car. Okay. Come on up through. There you are. Okay. Again, trying to get that nice and tight around that axle. Alright, here we go. So we got it all set up. Printed my label, and as you can see, it was a little too long. So I cut off the R. So it's 2023 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 0 Sugar. Just a little too long, I guess. What I could have done is just left off the junior, but oh well. Or just change the point size a little bit smaller. Alright, so we got this here. I like to cross them. And then get this tied off. Twist these guys in. Like so. Okay. Alright, now I get the little pliers here. Try to push this down. Get that down there as much as I can. Hold it against the base. And then we'll grab these and twist. Gotta be careful not to twist too hard or it'll break. And you're back to square one. Okay. And once I get them twisted, I then like to twist them together. Okay, that's pretty tight. And then I'll take my scissors. I'll cut off the excess wire. Come on. Maybe. There we go. And then I'm just going to press that down. Like so. And then we take tweezers, spin the Goodyear Eagles, get them lined up, hold them in place, spin the other side. Like so. So now it's all mounted and ready to roll. So I'm just going to put another coat of sealer on it. And then she'll be ready for pictures. Putting this Mop and Glow on it. Got a few different sealers, right, that I use. Probably, 5 or 6 of them. But yeah, Mop and Glow is pretty good. Had good success with these guys. This one is not too complicated to make. I think the I don't want to say the most difficult part of this particular custom are these black pieces that run back here on the C pillar all the way up to the A pillar. And like I was showing you in my other video the other day, or I think I was really talking about it, I hadn't done it yet. But you got to get some microsole. You got to really wet that decal down, because it's got to bend to fit nicely down across that area. So what do we got here? Got a fuzzy on my windshield. Don't want that. Any place you don't want a fuzzy, it's on your windshield. But yeah, so outside of that, I mean, this car is pretty straightforward. I mean, you paint her red, get the red decals, or the red background of the decals removed when you order it from Pato. And then you just paint it red. Here I just use the Rust-Oleum apple red. It's a basic red color. And you pre-paint some black around the roof here, around these roof lines, which is, pretty easy, because you just use your tester's paint pen. So that's an easy day. And then decal it. It's pretty straightforward. So if you're looking to make one of these, this is on the easier end of customs to make when it comes to level of difficulty. I did paint the lower valence here black, so that's in the other area that you need to pre-paint, right there along the front lip here. But that's not that hard. Come on, guys, you can do this. You can do it. That's that. That is that. All I did on the spoiler was I just ran my black paint pen around the edges. That's that. But, yep, that's another one. That'll be going up on eBay here tonight. I might put another coat of sealer on it, and then that'll be that. I'll take pictures and put that guy up there. So put that back here. Let that dry. The only thing I'm doing here is just going to put this guy in the box. I usually like to wait at least a couple hours from the time that I put my last coat of sealer on it before I put it in the box. You just want to make sure it's not sticking to anything or whatever. Give it a couple hours. There's no rush. I got pictures taken of it already, so it's ready to go. That's my first of this car. I made one for my pastor and had his name on it, so this is an actual Alex Bowman name, banner, all that. So that's that. Alrighty. What I need to do now that I've got these painted, I think they're pretty much dry. I'm gonna get ready to reassemble these things. I'm not gonna work these just yet. So I gotta do the outline of some of these window pieces here with my black. Not too difficult, but you just don't want to screw it up, you know what I mean? So you got to be careful to not streak it across. So you do have to be careful there. Getting paint on these plastic clear pieces in a place you don't want it is not a good idea. It just doesn't clean up that well. You gotta watch your fingers around here. Okay. Looking at this, I got a fuzzy on this tip here. Maybe not. Thought I did. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is just get this paint flowing a little bit better. I don't want it too gaudy. Okay. I already got that windshield, so I just need this side piece here. So one nice thing about those higher end 164s, it already comes with the outline of the windshield. Wish they would do that on all of them, but oh well, I'll do it. Where are you? Okay, same thing on this truck here. You can see that. Nice outline, although it's got a little white here on this side. I'll color that in. This is a Chastain truck. Then what I like to do with my trucks lately, like you see on this one, I like to run black across those back supports. I like to paint the top of these things black. Just like that. Let that sit in the back. Just like so. All right. Last one. This is Ford Fusion, I think. Yeah, this is a Fusion with these long, wide side windows back here. Good old Trevor Bain. If there's anything that his cars are good for, it's donor cars. That's sad to say, but yeah. Okay. You don't have to put much paint on these things when you're doing this little edging. Just enough to take off that clear edge to add some color to it. What's that? Alright, so once those dry, I'll be able to start reassembling them. Work some of these little interior dash pieces here that have some design to them. Get a little silver on that. I don't usually do the truck one because it has nothing up on the dash. You could do the gauges, but yeah, it's really hard to see. See, on these truck ones, there's nothing up on the dash. It's just flat. But you could do the gauges. Some of these gauges here, like so. Gotta watch the steering wheel, though. Like if I were to do this, take a little bit on my toothpick here and go around this area. It's really hard to reach without hitting the steering wheel. So yeah, that's about it. That's about all you can do. And then I get a little red. Get a little red here. And let's see. Do the fire extinguisher in there. Right around there. And then on these trucks, you got these little like lines that I would assume are taking some kind of fire retardant along there. Oh well. And then on this, you get the same thing. You get the lines, but I usually do this right there. And then I do the line. Like so. That's my red. And then, come back here. I do a little red on the top here. And then I do the steering wheel. Red center on the top of that steering wheel. Hard to see, but that's what I do there. Try to do that on all the steering wheels, if I remember. Okay. That's... yeah, let's get a little bit of... there's a fire extinguisher on this Doosan car. It's tucked down in there. These are always fun to try to paint red without getting red anywhere else. Definitely takes a steady hand. Sorry, it's really hard to do that and show you guys. Inevitably though, I got some red on that little post back there, so I'll let it dry. No fretting, and we'll just scrape that off once it's dried. What else do I need to do? That's about it. Excuse me. Whoa. Excuse me. Alright, a little bit of silver. I like to do the shifter silver. I shouldn't say it. The shifter. I like to do the base of the shifter with silver, and then I come along afterwards and do the actual shifter in white. Like the very top of it. I think I do that because one time I think I saw like Dale Earnhardt Jr. had like a cue ball or something as his shifter knob, and it just stands out a little bit more with the white, especially if you have like this all black interior